Mark Hansen didn't run. He didn't scream. He sat back in his chair, the photograph still clutched in his trembling hands, a cold bead of sweat rolling down his temple. Emily's presence was gone, but the icy fear remained. He knew running was pointless. She was a ghost, a whisper, a shadow that could follow him anywhere. He had to fight her on her own turf, in her own dimension. He had to capture her. The camera from his vision was a metaphor. He didn't need a physical device. He needed a digital one. He looked at the photograph on his computer screen, the last frame of Emily's life. This wasn't just a picture. It was the digital tether that held her to this world. The same way the haunted house was the vessel for the symphony, this photo was Emily's vessel. Mark opened a secure, encrypted folder he used for all his most sensitive cold cases. He created a new file, a digital cage, and began to write a script. The code was complex, a digital net designed to isolate the anomalous data signature he had discovered within the image file. He worked with a frantic, desperate energy, his fingers a blur over the keyboard. He was so focused that he didn't hear the hum, the low, chilling sound that filled the room. The air grew cold again, the lights flickered and died, and the image on his computer screen began to warp. A face, a blur of pure, malevolent energy, twisted on the monitor. It was Emily, and she was watching him. She knew what he was doing. "You can't trap a ghost, detective." Her voice, a chorus of 100 whispers, echoed from the speakers. "You're a fool. This is my game, my world. You're just a pawn." Mark ignored her. He was almost done. He didn't care about the whispers, the cold, or the fear. He had to finish this. The cursor blinked, waiting for the final line of code. He was a man who had found his purpose in hunting down ghosts, and he had found a new prize to hunt. He wasn't a pawn. He was the hunter. He would make her sing a new kind of music, a song of his own making, a song that would not end with a scream, but with a beautiful, peaceful silence. With a final, desperate click of his mouse, he executed the code. A blinding flash of light erupted from the monitor, followed by a piercing shriek of pure, unadulterated agony. The sound was so loud, so terrible, that it shattered the glass on the desk lamp. The ghostly presence that had filled the room vanished, the air returning to its normal temperature. The lights flickered back on. Mark looked at his computer screen. The photograph of Emily was gone, replaced by a single file, a digital cage. He had trapped her. He had found a way to fight a ghost. He sealed the file, locking it in a secure, encrypted folder, a new kind of cold case. The case of Emily Carter, the actress, was now officially closed. But in the dark of the night, Mark Hansen, the ghost hunter, would sometimes hear a faint, rhythmic clicking, a sound that wasn't there before. A sound of a ghost, a whisper, a shadow in the darkness. A man who was a whisper in the wind. A man who was a shadow in the darkness. A man who was a ghost.